Fallon was about 7 years old when we first noticed a tic. She had this odd neck movement. Around 16, Fallon started having more tics.
She would have odd noises or squeaks.
Oof. Once COVID hit, tics were coming a lot faster and more aggressively.
I could hear her from the other room, either tapping or screeching, or she would just yell out a random word.
Yeah! You fat slob!
By the time we got her into the doctor, there were multiple movements. An arm flail, followed by a neck, followed by kicking herself.
Fallon had a combination of Tourettes and OCD. Tourettes causes Fallon to do uncontrollable things, even simple things. Eating a sandwich, she eats half the sandwich, wears part of the sandwich, and throws part of the sandwich.
You're done. You're done.
Coffee mugs. She would bang this off your head 3 times. But if it broke the second one, she would still hit you with the broken one the 3rd time.
There was a knife that one of the kids had left out, and I came down the stairs and saw her doing one of these, and she had to do it 3 times.
She can't have this. She can't even have this. I don't want to have her hit herself in the throat, but even more too, I also don't want to be stabbed in the neck. Cutting boards, the wood one, we don't leave that out either, because you don't want her to, she'll pick it up and bang it on her head like a lunch tray.
It's no different than the safety you'd have for a toddler.
The hardest part about Tourette's is when we go out in public, people will be like, you gotta be kidding me, what's wrong with you, are you on drugs?
Around November of last year, Fallon decided to do TikTok so that the world could better understand the life that she's living.
My body's obviously, been ticking all day.
There's 3 million people following her on TikTok that want to hear her story. But once the camera does stop rolling, she's still in my living room, struggling with it every day.
How do you guys feel about Fallon going this public about everything that's happening with her? I know it's been part of her life from a very early age, but now it's certainly amplified and she's going really public with it.
I think we have mixed feelings. A part of it is once you put yourself out there, you can never take it back.
I'm a little more of the concern about, obviously once you hit send, there's good, there's bad, but there's also evil.
You can't unring that bell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the trolls and that sort of thing while we're here today, because I want to put that into a context. But there was a time when this was much less prominent in her life and didn't really affect her activities of daily living and her pursuit of her goals and dreams, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
And do you think it was the pandemic and her having so much time with her thoughts and alone and all that really triggered this to the next level, or do you think it was something else?
I think it was a combination of a lot of it, because now as you're home and it's COVID, there's no more school. As a parent, you notice your kid doing these behaviors, and it's to the point now where those screeches become more frequent.
Lifestyle-wise as well, because there's OCD involved here, which is often comorbid with Tourette's. And you've said, for example, because of that element, if she was driving a car and even had a fender bender with someone, she has to do things in threes right now.
Yes,
so
sir.
she might well back up and hit them twice more.
Yes, sir.
With a serious OCD, it's an irresistible impulse. It's like it's so strong within her that she couldn't resist it if her life depended on it. It is an irresistible impulse, and you recognize that, where if she like rear-ended somebody, she might have the irresistible impulse to back up and hit him again and back up and hit him again.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't not do that. And you're concerned about that.
Absolutely.
Oh, highly concerned. I mean, when she smashes her head, her phone off her head, she has to do it 2 more times. So to sit there and watch her do that, it's painful. It's really painful.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.